Hello and welcome back to Coin Lady channel, who apparently staged the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. I'm not saying that there are never any conspiracies. In fact, some conspiracy theories do turn out to be correct. However, the vast majority of such claims are, quite simply, false. And there is certainly no lack. For more than 5 years, members of the XRP community have been speculating about the cryptocurrency. I don't think the vast majority of people accept such ideas. However, they constantly appear. If someone genuinely believes that this whole incident was staged and just for optics and there is some sort of evil intent behind this, I just want to respectfully disagree. Yes, by all means proceed in that direction. However, I must politely disagree and push back on this, as I do not believe that this makes a difference. But here's a newsflash from the world of crypto. A lawyer who supports XRP claims the litigation between the SEC and the Ripple company was not manufactured. And thus, a prominent lawyer in the XRP community noticed this conspiracy hypothesis and began countering it. This completely unconnected anecdote is so fascinating to me that I just have to tell it to you. It's especially meaningful to me because XRP is my largest crypto holding, because it's my favorite cryptocurrency, and because, based on my risk preferences and my assumptions about the factors that will contribute to XRP long-term viability and price appreciation in a saturated market, I believe it's the right fit for me. Nance suspends Bitcoin withdrawals due to network congestion, according to a Cointelegraph headline. Yes, I'm not sure if you guys knew this or not, but it's true. However, Bitcoin traffic has been extremely heavy recently. And I'll explain why in a moment. What a relief it is to have XRP technology where everything is so simple and straightforward. Congestion is not an issue for us. It's fair to say that no technology is flawless, and that's exactly the case. Even with XRP, there have been some minor technological hiccups. But in a more general sense, it's fair to say that we're quite fortunate to be able to conduct business with XRP and other such exceptional occurrences. And then we can observe that the whole exchange is finished in 3 to 5 seconds. This is not the case with all cryptocurrencies. Even more impressive is the fact that XRP has been available for a decade, has seen widespread adoption, and offers real-world liquidity. There's a lot to talk about, so please understand that I do not have any sort of legal or financial backing before I share any further opinions on this. I am not qualified to give you financial or legal counsel. Nothing I say should be used as a basis for making any financial decisions. Just a hobbyist here that occasionally posts videos on YouTube on various crypto-related topics for kicks and giggles. Right. So under this first story, pro-XRP attorney Bill Morgan took to Twitter today to dispel a rumor regarding the ongoing lawsuit between the SEC and Ripple, stating that Cyprus demand and call the CEO of Cyprus, if that's how you say it. I'm not quite sure actually Cyprus are not involved in the case. Initially, Superior Trading claimed that the SEC complaint against Ripple was a sham. Domain and Corp claimed that Ripple's participation at high-profile cryptocurrency events was evidence that the case was contrived. Some of the biggest names in the fintech business reportedly got together in California recently to talk about getting institutions to accept digital assets, as reported by Dominion Corp. The giant corp didn't expect to see Ripple's chairman Chris Larsen, a defendant in the SEC complaint, on the roster of speakers for the May 3rd, 2023 event. The chief executive officer of Cypher Superior Trading halted to look up that Caroline DeFam, a commissioner at the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, would be speaking at the event. They based the article on this actual tweet. You can see that the CFTC also has a commissioner from the Carolinas on the team with Chris Larsen. But, I feel the need to clarify something. Just because a government agency like the SEC has made allegations against an individual or company and litigation is currently underway does not mean that the entire cryptocurrency community will automatically turn its back on them. If this were a criminal trial, though, the tone would change and the situation would seem more bizarre. There are no legal ramifications whatsoever. No charges of fraud have been filed. A pretty significant disagreement exists, but it is only between Ripple and the SEC. And now all of us XRP holders are engaged, whether we like it or not. But it would be strange to me if they were suddenly being shot because of that for the duration of these judicial proceedings that have ripple effects. That's just not how people act, obviously. Normally, Things like that don't function like that. What's more, whether discussing members of the crypto community in terms of commerce or the institutional sphere. In a broad sense, I believe we can now be said to be on the same side. Tribalism is very widespread. That makes sense to me. But I don't think Ripple or Chris Larsen or Brad Garlinghouse would be shunned as much today as they might have been a year or two ago, because it's very clear that there's a coordinated attack from various government agencies, just absolutely attempting to devastate and destroy the entire crypto asset class as it exists in the United States. So, in my perspective, it's not just me being biased. If there are dissenters. In my opinion, this is not strange. Okay, so this one guy finds it odd, and I certainly have nothing against him. Who this person is, I can't say. I'm merely arguing against his hypothesis. I disagree with the concept, but have nothing personal against him. Who he is a mystery to me. However, crypto media outlets are also reporting on this. The story progresses nonetheless. In addition, it was brought to Dominica's attention that the sample of attending companies section included Ripple with other large fintech organizations like MasterCard, L3 BlackRock, JP, Morgan, Visa, Deutsche Bank, Citi, HSBC, Morgan Stanley, etc. And he said, quote, "How it is that a corporation that has been sued by the SEC for doing something illegal can be at these gatherings? Again, updated events, this was just yesterday. Now. It's a trap, ladies and gentlemen, and the focus will always be on Ripple." The order of the speakers in the quote is similar to how Chris Larsen ranks first. Well, there isn't any criminal behavior here, even if it is alleged, so that's a mystery. And if this is a setup, I have to wonder, for what purpose? No clear answer is given to the question of what problem this is meant to solve. I guess everyone has their own unique perspective on the world, and some individuals can see connections between events that I don't see, and that's all I can make out from this. Nonetheless, tranquility reigns since we are attorney Morgan Jimson. For the simple reason that he shares my worldview. Morgan, PS attorney, responded to the news by stating his disagreement with Dominic Cor's claims that the case was contrived. In a now-deleted tweet, attorney Morgan was quoted as saying, "Don't agree the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit was a staged plan." Morgan argued that Ripple is a major player in the cryptocurrency space and will continue to play a significant role in driving institutional adoption of cryptocurrency assets, including XRP. But Ripple is a major player and will be essential in institutional adoption of digital assets like XRP if the case never ends. Of course, he means if the lawsuits ever end, which seems like an eternity away at this point. Then there's this, which is just really quick. I'm happy that XRP, not Bitcoin, is my largest cryptocurrency holding, as I've been a Bitcoin holder since November 2017. I've had XRP for about as long. In fact, I made my first cryptocurrency investment in XRP. That wasn't on Coinbase, and in November 2017, there were only 3 cryptocurrencies listed there, so I bought the ones that were available: ETH, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. I didn't have any particular strategy in mind, rather, I was just dipping my toes in the water and beginning to learn the ropes by investing small amounts of money. So even though I knew I hadn't, and was instead making minimally informed purchase judgments, I still found the process educational because I got to observe how things worked up close. I did it for that reason. Over time, I increased my crypto holdings as I learned more and realized, okay, this actually does make sense. Once again, I've discovered a Bitcoin supporter who is and always has been enthusiastic about Bitcoin. Are you guys even getting any sleep when you post nonsense like this about poor old Bitcoin Max? Since the Bitcoin blockchain is functioning properly from a technological standpoint. Well, it's not like they are trying to invade or anything. The only problem is that it actually does the job. It's just that, if this is indeed working for Bitcoin, it's such a terrible experience that I almost don't want to say it. What good does it do to insist that it works or that it's not that horrible if it clearly isn't? Now, obviously, if layer 2 solutions are widely accepted, then problems like this may diminish to whatever degree and it may ultimately not matter, but it's not looking so nice here in 2023. As a result, the mainstream media has reported that the financial sector has halted Bitcoin withdrawals due to network congestion. Due to a reported overflow of transactions on the Bitcoin network, cryptocurrency exchange Binance suspended Bitcoin withdrawals on May 7. At the time of writing, there were approximately 400,000 pending transactions in the Bitcoin network's mempool. After nearly an hour of inactivity, Bitcoin withdrawals resumed on the cryptocurrency exchange, with Nance tweeting that $187 million had been taken out. The mempool is the holding area for incoming transactions before they are confirmed separately by each node on the network. You guys have probably heard about meme coins like Pepe, which is why there has been an increase in BRC20 transactions in recent days, according to statistics from CryptoQuants. Right now, that's all everyone can speak about. And while I'm sure many of you have no problem with the meme coin grades, I personally have zero interest in them and won't be taking part in them. I'm sorry, but I just can't get into it. I just can't bring myself to do it. To pass the time, I'll just sit here with my XRP. However, stability has been maintained. The primary coin trading craze pushed Bitcoin transaction fees to a 2-year high. Bitcoin blockchain transaction fees hit $3.5 million on May 3, up roughly 400% from late April, according to data compiled by Cointelegraph. Keep in mind that miners are paid in Bitcoin. If you convert it to dollars, you'll see that there is some friction in the system. This is intentional. In Bitcoin parlance, this is known as friction. Each XRP transaction costs a fraction of a penny, making it so cheap that it might as well be free. No mining takes place. Thanks to its outstanding design, XRP has emerged as the premier digital currency for global commerce. And it's not just because online payment systems are more advanced. Although XRP wasn't the first cryptocurrency ever created that honor goes to Bitcoin, it was one of the first to gain widespread acceptance. This similarity in advantage stems from the fact that liquidity is not something that can be built into the system. It's being used in the real world. Hey, the development of peace keeps on going once a new theory about ERC20 tokens comes out. Tokens are becoming increasingly popular on the Bitcoin blockchain, thanks to the introduction of ERC20, an experimental token standard that enables token creation and transfer. So, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this isn't an attack on the Bitcoin blockchain, as I've seen a wide range of opinions on social media about this. When people tell me they are familiar with Bitcoin, I can't help but roll my eyes. The fact that the Bitcoin network became congested while being used by actual individuals to complete real transactions only indicates a technical flaw. To suggest that telling people they can't use it for these purposes because doing so causes even more traffic is an attack is, well, holy freaking hill. If it can't stand on its own, then there's no point in your propping it up. I mean, are you serious? Until recently, I had the impression that Bitcoin was impregnable. So you're saying that it's under attack, and that it's successful. I just want to make it clear that this is not an attack. In any case, that's how I've interpreted it. Any given blockchain and cryptocurrency can function independently as intended, or they can't. And if there are adjustments to be made, as has been the case with XRP, that's good too. However, this only serves to heighten my gratitude for XRP. Considering how convenient it is that this technology really functions, we have been pampered. Also, there is widespread implementation. In addition, the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit is almost at a conclusion, and I expect the outcome to be beneficial, even if Ripple technically loses on some counts. Because, I think the judge is going to have to say something like that in terms of secondary market transactions, and I'm optimistic that it will be positive for XRP holders. What this means for the future of XRP price is something to anticipate. As far as I'm concerned, now is a great opportunity to invest in XRP. I've said this before, but I'm a Bitcoin investor. Forget it if this is going to happen at this location. However, it is one of the more significant pieces of crypto news today, so I feel compelled to discuss it. And I've seen some terrible reactions to this on social media. And I'm thinking, well, that's just the way it is. Insufficient layer 2 scaling solutions will not do. I'm relieved that XRP doesn't require such a fix because it operates flawlessly at the layer 1 level. You shouldn't buy or sell anything based on what I say because I'm not a financial advisor. Please like the video and subscribe for latest updates. See you later, bye.